Have you ever noticed that some of the brightest people you know seem to thrive in solitude? It's a common misconception that spending time alone is a sign of loneliness or social anxiety. But what if I told you that for many highly intelligent individuals, being alone is a conscious choice, a preference, even a necessity? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology behind why intelligent people often prefer their own company. This isn't about being antisocial. It's about how a brilliant mind is wired. So if you've ever felt more at peace in quiet contemplation than in a crowded room, you're going to want to stick around. First, let's get one thing straight. The idea that being alone means something is wrong is a societal myth we need to debunk. Psychology reveals a fascinating connection between high intelligence and a preference for solitude. It's not because intelligent people dislike others or look down on them. Far from it. The real reason is that their brains simply operate on a different frequency. Constant social interaction, while enjoyable for many, can be incredibly draining for a mind that's always processing, analyzing, and connecting dots. For them, solitude isn't an escape from the world. It's an entry into their own world of deep thought, creativity, and unparalleled focus. So, why exactly does a highly intelligent mind crave this space? The primary reason is that deep thinking requires a specific environment, and that environment is almost always a quiet one. Think of the brain as a high-performance computer. To run complex programs and process vast amounts of data efficiently, it needs to minimize background noise and distractions. For an intelligent person, their mind is constantly running these complex programs. They're connecting disparate ideas, solving intricate problems, and exploring abstract concepts. Every interruption and notification, a casual question. The hum of a busy office is like a pop-up ad that disrupts their mental workflow. It breaks their concentration and pulls them out of the flow state where their best thinking happens. Solitude provides the uninterrupted mental runway. They need to achieve clarity and pursue their thoughts to their logical conclusion. It's in these moments of quiet that breakthroughs happen. Creative ideas are born and complex problems find their solutions. For them, silence isn't empty. It's full of potential. Another crucial aspect is the way intelligent people approach social relationships. They tend to value quality over quantity in a profound way. For many, social gatherings are about light, easygoing interactions, what we call small talk. While there's nothing inherently wrong with discussing the weather or weekend plans, for a mind that craves intellectual stimulation, these conversations can feel incredibly unfulfilling, even exhausting. It's like feeding a gourmet palate a diet of plain crackers. They hunger for depth, for meaningful conversations that explore new ideas, challenge their perspectives, and build genuine connections. They seek out relationships where they can be their authentic selves, where they can dive into complex topics without fear of being misunderstood or labeled as too intense. Consequently, they're highly selective about who they spend their time with. They'd rather have one or two deep, authentic relationships than a wide circle of superficial acquaintances. This isn't snobbery. It's a matter of energetic compatibility. They're conserving their social energy for interactions that truly nourish their mind and spirit. This leads us to another key trait: high self-sufficiency and a strong internal locus of control. Many people seek external validation to feel good about themselves. They rely on social approval, likes on a post, or constant reassurance from friends to feel secure and valued. Intelligent individuals, however, tend to have a much stronger sense of self. Their validation comes from within. They are their own toughest critics and their own biggest cheerleaders. Because they are comfortable and engaged with their own thoughts, they don't experience the same fear of being alone that many others do. For them, solitude isn't a void that needs to be filled with external noise or social activity. Instead, it's a peaceful sanctuary where they can reconnect with themselves, reflect on their experiences, and simply be. This self-reliance makes them incredibly resilient. They don't need a crowd to feel whole. Their own mind provides a universe of entertainment, challenge, and companionship. This inner richness transforms solitude from a potentially painful experience into a deeply peaceful and rejuvenating one. Furthermore, highly intelligent people often have unique and intense interests. Whether it's quantum physics, ancient philosophy, intricate music composition, or advanced coding, their passions often lie outside the mainstream. These niche interests are not just hobbies. They are a core part of their identity. Pursuing them requires immense focus and dedicated time, which is often best found in solitude. It is hard to master a complex skill or dive into a dense subject when you're constantly being pulled into social obligations. Solitude provides the perfect laboratory for them to experiment with ideas, practice their craft, and achieve mastery. It's not that they wouldn't love to share these passions, but finding others who share the same level of intensity and knowledge can be difficult. Therefore, spending time alone isn't a rejection of community. It's an embrace of their personal journey of growth and discovery. Finally, there's the element of sensitivity. Many studies suggest a correlation between high intelligence and heightened emotional and sensory sensitivity. This means they can be more easily overwhelmed by sensory input, loud noises, bright lights, and chaotic environments. A crowded party or a busy shopping mall can feel like a sensory assault, leaving them feeling frazzled and drained. Solitude acts as a balm, a way to reset their nervous system and recharge their batteries. It allows them to control their environment and reduce the overwhelming flood of external stimuli. This isn't a weakness. It's simply a different way of experiencing the world. By honoring their need for quiet and calm, they are practicing a vital form of self-care that allows them to function at their best when they do choose to engage with the world. So, in the end, the preference for solitude among intelligent people isn't a paradox. It's a logical extension of how their minds work. It's about creating space for deep thought, prioritizing meaningful connections, finding validation from within, pursuing passions, and managing sensory sensitivity. The next time you see someone enjoying their own company, don't assume they're lonely. They might just be a deep thinker, a creative genius, or a brilliant mind at work. Remember, being alone isn't always a sign of isolation. Sometimes it's a sign of a mind that prefers depth over noise. It's a sign of intelligence choosing peace. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into psychology and the human mind. See you in the next one.